You've heard that laughter is the best medicine. In fact, humor has a lot of benefits for mental and physical health, even our relationships.
And here to give us the why and how for more humor from day to day is Dr. Natalie Pickering. And we always love having you on. Sort of a continuation of what we were talking about earlier.
Yes, so it's Mental Health Awareness Month.
Right.
You know, and there's lots of tips, and we just reviewed some of those tips. But I was inspired. My son was in an improv class, and he's only 8.
Oh, wow.
And I was thinking, I wonder if this has therapeutic benefits, and it does. They actually did fMRI studies of improv comedians, and the part of the brain that's like self-judgment and criticism, that is decreased, and the part of the brain that is creativity, that lights up. So yeah, so now I'm thinking about all of these different ways that we can, you know, incorporate that.
Because if we can boost self-esteem, especially at that age, I feel like we are so critical of ourselves, especially.
Yep.
So to be able to make that more balanced.
Exactly. And you know, the kids with the pandemic and COVID, lots of anxiety, lots of depression. So I feel like weaving in humor. My son actually I've got a joke book next to my bed because he's like, Mom, you take yourself way too seriously.
Oh, wow.
So I've got my joke book, and that is part of my nightly ritual.
Nice.
More laughter. Yeah, but it has, mental health and physical health. It has some analgesic properties. Analgesic, so like pain, you know, decreasing your pain, decreasing stress, improving mood. Yeah, lots of benefits to laughing.
So how do we get laughter?
Yes.
How do we, besides, you know, I mean, joke books are always nice.
Yes.
Chris and I try to make fun of each other every once in a while. So we come
She
up
makes
with
fun of me every day.
There you go.
But I think it's important. We make a good point there, because you need to laugh at yourself before you laugh at anything else.
It's true.
I mean, because I do something every day that makes me laugh out loud.
Yes.
I do something completely stupid, you know, but you got to laugh at yourself.
Well, and being able to say so. We've talked about, you know, you're Enneagram 3s and I'm an Enneagram 1, and so we share this, you know, what's the success bar and getting things right and following the rules. And sometimes we need to not take ourselves so seriously and laugh at failures or mistakes or whatever.
Well, and you mentioned the kids. So if we can teach them, because we have this total generation of us.
Yes.
So if we can at least pass that on to our kids, where maybe they're not so critical.
Yes.
I mean, what a benefit.
It's true. They have a lot to teach us, including laughter.
And I think it's amazing that your child came to you and said, Mom, you're too serious, you need to laugh more. I love that.
Well, he reads, and he said, Mom, do you know how good laughter is for you? And he's like quoting these stats, and so he's caring well for me by making sure I've got my joke book.
Oh, I love it. And you said you might have a joke for us.
I do.
Okay,
so as a psychologist, it's a psychologist joke. So what did the ghost say to the psychologist?
Okay, what?
Yeah.
I feel like I might have been someone once.
Yeah, that's a psychologist.
It is.
Yeah. You said that's a dad joke too.
Yes.
That's the dad joke.
Actually, my 14-year-old got my husband a dad joke mug. You can actually get whole books of dad jokes. You know, Father's Day is coming up, so that might be something to look into. Yes, yes.
Good belly laugh.
Let's all have a good laugh today. Okay?
Yes.
Absolutely. Hey, we're having plenty of laughs up here, but you want to find out more about what we talked about today and so much more, go to yourhighestplace.com.